It's May the 3rd, 2024, and this is my spring garden tour, late spring garden tour. I started working heavily in the garden mid-March on structural things like these two arches, which were cannibalized from a duck tractor that my daughter had a pet duck, and we made that as an enclosure to have him out in the backyard and be able to move it around some. And then she moved and took it with her, and then the duck went away and we got it back, and it sat out in our backyard for a year or more. And so I finally did something with it. And I've always wanted arches. I like trellises to grow vining plants on. So put it in with T-post, and that's PVC pipe that's been curved over and bamboo lashed on for a little more structure. And I'm growing morning glories, and I got my first blooms this morning. Was happy to see, and that's coming along. Got some on this side too. And they're supposed to be lots of different colors, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side, and 5 or 6 on the other side. I hope I don't regret growing morning glories. Hope they're not going to be invasive, but we'll see. I also have red runner beans, which are edible. They're not doing so well. This one did have some little red flowers, but it grows beans that you can harvest the beans and eat them like green beans, or you can let them mature and open up the seed pods and eat regular beans. This is my savory herb dish, bed, whatever. I've got sage, which has been replanted here. I've had this for a couple of years, and I cut it back and it's doing well in this area. This is rosemary, which is a new plant that I just got. And I've got lavender. Lavender's supposed to like really dry soil, so I put it in a dish. This is nasturtium, which has edible leaves and flowers, which I grew from seeds. And this all smells really nice when you go past and rub it. This is Mediterranean oregano, which I had a real big plant growing in another bed that was overtaking everything, so I cut it way back to almost nothing. This was a sprig from a runner that was coming from it, and I pulled it out. It had roots on it, so I stuck it in a pot, and it's taken. Over on this side, I put this brick bed together this year, and that was a lot of work. You notice all the sticks and the wire. We have lots of stray cats that hang out, and they like to dig in the beds and do their business, so I'm trying to keep them out. And it's sort of working. This is lemon balm, stevia, and lemon mint. And I've got, this is lemon basil, That's a volunteer. I've grown that in the past and it seeds everywhere now. And it's wonderful in salads and smoothies and stuff. So I'll pick some of them and let some of them grow. And this is a cutting. It was supposed to be elderberry, but as it turns out, it's mulberry, a mulberry tree. It's a gift of 6 sticks, and I had 3 of them that are still living. That was about a year ago. So there's that. This bed, I have yet to plant some things in. I wanted to, you see we've got the cat deterrent going on again. This is a nasturtium. It may or may not take. This, I'm not sure what this is. It's a little rolled up leaf, and that just happened this morning. But I want to plant a collard here and maybe another basil plant. This is peppermint, which ebbs and flows with the seasons, and it's come back pretty nicely. This is orange mint, this is spearmint, and there's a little bit of orange mint in there. And I like to use those for smoothies. And I have used this bamboo thing as a trellis to grow a couple of beans on. Well, the string that's supposed to go here sort of disintegrated, and so it's there for use as something in the future. So this is my keyhole garden, which was over here in front of these blue buckets. The city came and put a clean out drain outlet thing there. They dug a trench, and the trench needed to go right through where the keyhole bed was, so I had to take it apart and relocate it to this area where there had been another raised bed that the wood was on its last legs, so I just tore it down. So anyway, keyhole garden, the idea is that you have a circular bed with a wedge and then a cylinder in the center where you put your kitchen scraps, and you water from the center, and it feeds the garden. I actually end up hand watering everything. I've got not relying on that just to water in the central area, but still it's a nice big garden. These are seedlings, and I planted a few. I've got lime basil. That's a lime basil there. This is collard, which is going to go in that galvanized bucket. This is a leftover okra. I don't know if I'm going to use that. This is painted daisies, which are flowers just to put around. That's an okra that I just planted. That's dill, which I grew from seed. And that is purple basil. This is my celery bed here, which I actually have 1 and 2 plants growing from that I can tell that are, and I planted a bunch of seeds, so that wasn't real successful. That's another lime basil. Lime basil is new. I haven't tried it before. I planted a dill there. There's an okra. This is cilantro here, which is doing okay. It's late in the season. This is a volunteer lemon basil, which I'm letting grow. I've got bell peppers. I've got cucumbers, which are the king of the garden right now. And I've got about a couple that are about ready to pick, and some others that are still growing. There's one down there. There's another one. That one's about ready. And that one's about ready. And again, the chicken wire is to keep the cats out. I'll deal with that soon. This is squash, a patty pan squash, and it's grown from seed, and I've got blooms coming up. Hopefully we can get some from that. This is garlic chive, and I need to split some of that up. I've been growing this in this container for 2 or 3 years. This is another okra, which is coming up very nicely. I can't remember what kind of flower that is, but this is the Mediterranean oregano, and before I cut it all back, it was taking up half of the garden, so it needed to be cut back. And I've got pole beans. Here's a red runner bean, which is not doing too good. And I've got pole beans that are coming up. There's the highest one there. It's having a race with this one cucumber plant here, and there's some sort of frass from something chewing. It's caterpillar season, and I found some caterpillars. There's a future cucumber. And I still need to plant in here. Again, cat deterrents. This is a red Russian kale that has survived a couple of winters and a freeze, and it came back. And I need to grow another one. Here's my tomato area. Here I've got yellow pear tomatoes. I've got a red crimson crush, which is a cherry. Where are they? Look at all those tomatoes down in there. Man, that's a lot. That one's got a lot on there. This one's got a few. This is a chocolate cherry tomato, which is this dark brown. I'm sure it doesn't taste like chocolate, but I've got a lot of tomatoes growing on that. That's a basil, lime basil. This is a yellow pear tomato. That one is a yellow pear. This got lots. This is a yellow pear. This is another lemon basil. Volunteer. Got another 2 more cucumbers. There's one growing there. There is. The city just came 2 or 3 days ago with the grass. They dug the trench in January, so it took them that long to bring the grass. Oh, there's the other one. Okay, the moringa. My 2 moringas. So March the 26th, I took a picture of this bed, which I had just put together. And in the background, were the stumps from this moringa, which are down here. No growth, stumps. So this, it's over the fence now, has been just over a month of growth for those moringas. And this one has always been more vigorous. This is sweet potato, which has been growing here for several years. This is a new squash, patty pan squash like the other one. And that's in a temporary cat deterrent thing there. So here is my vegetable garden so far. And there's my workspace patio. I never got the blueberries, mulberries. Anyway, there you go.